Docs, when it comes to a brain trauma, a concussion, you need to know the brain affects all parts of the body. There's nothing that's exempt after a brain injury. And one of the most specific regions that needs to be talked about is the fact that leaky gut occurs within hours of a brain trauma. Now, if you're looking to help people post concussion, there's a myriad of things we need to talk about, but inevitably you need to get to the root of the problem, which is why this is a chiropractic conversation. The brain is the master controller. And if you look back to your embryology notes from chiropractic school, you might remember that the brain to gut was one of the first connections in embryology. In fact, it was the first. And so we start diving into this conversation of brain health. And what the science and the sports research is showing us is we've got to get a baseline on these athletes before they have a brain trauma, because there's not enough information available on the healing of the brain, the severity of the brain. There isn't even a standardized American Medical Association definition of a return to play based on severity of the brain injury. In other words, mild, moderate, severe equals this amount of days or that amount of days for a return to play. So it's very much ambiguous. And what's missing is a preseason checkup, which is something we've developed as a protocol. The languaging and the conversation on how to have people coming into your practice to get these is something I've actually been doing in my practice. It's not theory. I've got an unfair advantage because I'm still in practice and I teach. And I also started this journey on Concussion Roulette because one of my pro athletes, and I've got athletes in the NBA and Major League Baseball and the NHL at the highest levels. They've won Stanley Cups, national championships, world championships. But one of my athletes, I didn't know how to help him. And Matt Trainer was one of those people that led me on this journey to be a better doctor. And now I want to help other chiropractors become better doctors themselves on this topic. Concussion roulette is often thought of as a football only injury. Rose Bowl is where they play American football, but the truth is it's in rugby, it's in ice hockey. 6 of the top 10 concussed sports are for female athletes. And one of the reasons is the variable of neck musculature has a lot to do with brain trauma. So look, it's far too much to go into, but if this excites you, it entices you, then join us for our masterclass. It's all online. It's called Concussion Roulette. I'll be teaching the marketing because I'm actually doing this in 10-minute talks to pull new patients in. And the truth is, this can be your practice full of people that need help before the trauma. And if they've had a trauma, we can even show you the rehab because we have a doctor of physical therapy in the faculty. Far too much for me to explain, so I'll see you on the masterclass for Concussion Roulette. Cheers from the Rose Bowl.